Welcome back. It's good to see you all this morning. If you were here with us for the opening, you met Melissa Woody, if you didn't already know her, Vice President of the Convention and Visitors Bureau of the Chamber. Today is Cheers for our Chamber, and so our next guest is Bernadette Douglas, who is the Executive Vice President of the Chamber. A lot of exciting things happening at the Chamber, and right now we have a membership drive getting ready to start.
We're going to start a membership drive. We haven't done one in about 3 years. Mm-hmm. Right? You've always been involved.
I think that's about right.
You probably know. We haven't done one in about 3 years. We're going to do one in September. We're going to start probably about September 15th with a kickoff event for our volunteers, and we're going to run through the end of October. And just trying to get local business people out to talk to their peers about the Chamber, about what we do and how it can benefit them, and why it's great to be a member of the Chamber.
And it is great to be a member of the Chamber. I've been a member of the Chamber
Forever.
since, forever. And so I'm a big proponent of the Chamber. And when people come up to me and say, why should I be a member of the Chamber? Melissa just told you one reason. $230 out of your top pocket in taxes are paid that you don't have to pay because of tourism.
Because we promote our area to tourists. You know, since we had started doing ads and applying for grants, and the Convention and Visitors Bureau has been there for about 15, 20 years, and it really made a difference in that revenue. So other things that the Chamber do make a difference in our community, and
Absolutely.
we put out information about this all the time. But we still have people that say, what do you do at the Chamber, and what are the benefits of being a member?
And that's right. And, all you have to do, folks, is look at the Whirlpool move over to Michigan Avenue.
Right.
Look at Vocker that's coming in. Look at Amazon that's coming in. Mm-hmm. And then ask me what the Chamber does.
Right.
And
a lot of people say, well, I don't have time to go to the coffee, or I don't have time to go to meetings. Well, you don't have to. You don't have to come to meetings. If you are a member of the organization, you're supporting our economic development efforts and our Convention and Visitors Bureau efforts. Everything we do costs money. I mean, it costs money to keep the lights on and pay salaries and do mailings to visitors. So you don't have to participate. You can just support us financially. It's great that we have a good core of people that come to events, but you're also on our website, which so many people now, that's where they go. We had a booth at the Lee New Student Orientation on last Friday, and we were handing out phone books, and people were saying, I don't need a phone book, I've got my phone. And so that means people are going to the internet to look up things.
They are.
And we knew that anyway, but the Chamber has an online business directory. We have job postings online. We have all of our community information online.
Right.
So our website won an award a couple of years ago for economic development information. So there's so many ways to be involved rather than coming to events.
And if you're not a member of the Chamber, you're not listed on the Chamber website.
No, you're not.
So when people call the Chamber, or when they go to that website, if someone's thinking of moving into town, and I've tried to stress this even to churches, because if you're not a member of the Chamber, you're not listed on the Chamber website, and people go to websites now. Even moi, who is totally computer illiterate, goes to websites now to check things out. And the one community, one calendar. Nancy Neal was on here talking about that. That one you do not need to be a member of the Chamber to post your activities, but once you go to that website, you will see how valuable it is to people.
Well, I'll tell you a funny story. Last week, I'm working on our accreditation for the U.S. Chamber, and I needed a piece of information, so I got on Google and I Googled what I needed to know, and our website came up as the first choice, and I was like, well, that's great, but I know you don't have what I need.
Right, or I wouldn't be on here if you had.
It's really funny.
But all the things that you're talking about, Nancy, they don't just happen.
No, they don't.
Somebody has to put this stuff together. Somebody has to build the website. Somebody has to put the programs together that are on the website. Somebody has to, run the different things that happen at the Chamber. And that's why we need our members. We need our members to support those activities. And you mentioned Whirlpool, and this was an interesting little story. I was doing a little, I was shopping at a store that's near the Chamber and asking them about renewing their Chamber membership because they hadn't renewed. And they said, well, we just don't know, it's such a bad time financially. And I said, well, let me ask you this. Does anybody from Whirlpool shop at your shops? Shop here at your store? Oh yeah, we get people from Whirlpool all the time. And I said, probably hard for them to shop here from Mexico.
Right.
Probably hard for them to shop here if their jobs are gone.
Right.
And the chamber's efforts saved those 1,500
Yes.
jobs
Absolutely.
and added 150. So even though it may not directly, we may not go buy a widget from your store, and I work at the chamber, we work to make this community a better place to do business every day.
Right, and the chamber has created the atmosphere that is wonderful for any businesses in this town. I mean, if you're a business in this town, you are able to have your business here because of the atmospheric efforts that the chamber has created.
All you have to do is talk to some people about what's going on in other parts of Tennessee.
Oh, absolutely.
And you realize how blessed we are.
Totally.
I mean, I was at the JA lunch yesterday and talking to some other bankers who talked to their counterparts in other communities, and they're like, well, what are y'all doing in Bradley County? Well, we have a committed chamber. We work at it.
That's right.
And we've been blessed with a couple of announcements. And another program.
Okay, well, I was going to following what you said.
Okay.
I'm on the board of Host and Home in Greenville, Tennessee.
Okay.
And every time I go up there, they just kind of do this, because Greenville is losing industry and we're
Exactly.
recruiting industry. And it's because our chamber gets out there, and Doug Berry and
doesn't
Gary
just
Farlow.
happen.
No, it
doesn't
does
just-
not just
just
happen. Valker didn't just drive up to our door and say, oh, let's come into Cleveland.
Our guys worked on Valker for 4 years.
Absolutely. I was
Not knowing whether they were going to commit or not, but worked 4 years on that project.
And to get that project, and that's a wonderful project. But another thing that everyone needs to remember is that they need to shop locally. So Bernadette's going to talk to us a little bit about Buy It Bradley.
Well, you're a big proponent of Buy It
I
Bradley,
am.
Nancy.
I am.
Buy It Bradley is a local shopping card. It's a gift card and a shopping card. It's reloadable. It can be spent at 24 locations in Bradley County, all chamber members, of course.
Right.
You have to be a chamber member to participate in the program. And you can buy a card at about 6 different locations, including the chamber, give it like a gift, and you're giving people a choice. You're letting them, instead of just going to one place or just going to dinner, they can go to dinner, they can get a massage, they can get their oil changed.
They can shop at the Red
They
Ribbon.
can shop at the Red Ribbon. They can buy cards at the Red
They
Ribbon
can.
after
They
you
can.
move
After-
and you
let me
find
get
your
moved,
cards.
because I don't know where my cards are right now. Well,
Right.
I do. Aaron has them.
Well, we took your stamp.
I know.
But it's a great program. It's an effort by the chamber, again, one of our projects, to keep sales tax dollars in Bradley County. Nobody wants a sales tax increase.
Absolutely.
At some point, you've got to have extra money. We want to encourage people to spend their dollars at home. If you give somebody a whatever gift card, they can go to Chattanooga and spend it.
Absolutely.
If it's a chain card. This is a local card, and it keeps the sales tax dollars in Bradley County. We're hopeful that this upcoming holiday season, we'll have a lot of our manufacturers purchase cards as gifts instead
And that's
of...
a wonderful idea, folks. If
Yeah,
you
instead
need
of-
to give several gift cards, gift ideas,
Yes.
then buy these cards.
Yes, we have a couple of companies right now that buy them on a regular basis for like employee birthdays, and they don't have to
Little
be a
bonus
big
things.
they don't
Right.
have to be a big card. You can buy them in increments of $500 to $500. And what we were pushing at the Lee event was for parents to buy cards for their kids. They can go online, want to give them a little pick-me-up gift, and we'll get the card. They just have to buy it and pay for it online. It's and that website is buyitbradley.com, and that's where you can see all the merchants. But we're trying all these different avenues to get the cards out there, get them in circulation. We started in the fall of last year, so we're coming up on our first full year of renewals for the merchants, and we're hopeful that everybody will stick with the program and give us time to get traction under it. We've got great merchants on the program, and we're excited about the upcoming year.
I even got a card when they first came out, and I put $100 on my card, and I used it all over town. And the nice thing about it is then I just reload it.
Yep, you just
And
reload
I just
it.
use that same card. And but I'm a tremendous proponent, folks, of shop in Bradley County. support our schools, support our roads, support everything here. Hamilton County has their own little situation going. Let them support themselves.
Right.
Shop in Bradley County, and this is a wonderful way to do it.
It is. It has a, runs just like a credit card.
It does.
For any merchants out there that are thinking about participating, you just have to have a credit card terminal. If you don't have one, we can fix you up with one.
Absolutely.
We're a franchisee of a national company based in Chattanooga, buyitlocal.com, and they do a great job. Most of our glitches are operator error.
Right, that happens occasionally, yes.
And Aaron Weatherford on our staff is always available. Got him a cell phone, and he is 24/7 by
Right.
Bradley. So it's a great program. We really want people
And
to
Bo
use it.
Hines that comes up and
Yes.
helps with. He's a hooter, and you would love him. And
Yes.
and I've gotten a customer out of that. He came and set up my terminal, and then he and his wife are Jim Shore collectors. So
Oh,
so they
great.
come up and buy. So
See, it's all who you know.
It is, and it's a networking situation, folks. And the chamber's wonderful for that networking too. Chamber coffees the second Tuesday of every month. If you're a member, it's at 8:30. Location rotates around, but
Yes.
you get a card to remind you.
Yes.
And
If you're a member.
if you're a member,
You get
and
to know where
that's
it
right.
is.
That's right. And if you're not a member, it's a secret. But
No.
but no, it's not really.
We'll
But
be at Andrew Johnson Bank next month.
Andrew Johnson Bank next month, and that's wonderful. Yes, Mike told me you all were coming down there, and I'd forgotten that. But
We are.
But folks, we're talking today about Cheers for Our Chamber and things that can be done to promote Cleveland Bradley County and to promote the businesses and industries in Cleveland Bradley County. And so Buy It Bradley is one way that you can do that. Great wedding presents, because if you
Yes.
do that, the bride and groom can go to any of the locations there. I mean, they may just want to go out to eat one night, or they may want to go to a store to purchase something, or
They can
it's
stock their
wonderful.
cabinets at
Stock their
Cook's.
cabinets.
And
That's
it's
exactly
a state
right.
of mind. I mean, to make sure that you're buying local, if you've got the choice and you've got the same thing available or, something similar in Cleveland, make that conscious decision to buy it local.
That's right.
To spend your money here locally. Even stopping for fuel, for gas.
Right.
I always think, okay, do I want to just stop on down the road? You know what? I'm going to fill up before I leave town. I'm going to fill up before I leave Bradley County, because to me, that's a conscious decision that you're trying to spend your taxes, trying to generate money for your own community. It's a
Buy
state
It
of
Bradley.
mind.
Buy It Bradley, and go to the chamber and talk to them about membership. The membership drive will start mid-September. If anyone joins today from hearing this show, please put my name right down there on referred by, and that will help me.
And you can join online.
And you can join online. See,
ClevelandChamber.com.
Yes, that is the website, clevelandchamber.com. We're going to take a break, and we're going to bring someone else from the chamber in. So we'll be right back after this commercial break.
I'm Kathy Guy with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. Call us today for all your personal insurance needs. With 28 years in the insurance business, I have the solutions and pricing you are looking for. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland, is your #1 Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep dealer in this area. Stop by and see the brand new 2011 Chrysler 200. The 200 is essentially a new nameplate with a significant facelift to the outgoing 2010 Chrysler Sebring. A beautiful vehicle at an unbeatable price. And while you're there, check out the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee and the newly designed Dodge Durango. Redesigned, revamped, and reinvigorated. Yes, the Dodge Durango is back, bigger and better than ever. Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep offers a complete parts and service department with qualified service technicians to fix and repair your vehicle. So for your next brand new or pre-owned vehicle, make it Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland.
I'm Dr. James Markham, host of the television program Heart of Health, seen right here on WTNB television. Thursday at 7 o'clock, Friday at 8 a.m., or Sunday at 3:30 p.m.
How would you like to look and feel better? If so, then visit the Ford Center for Anti-Aging, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest. Dr. Ford has been serving Cleveland and the surrounding area since 1984. He is a licensed physician with the Board of Anti-Aging Medicine, offering affordable Botox injections. Botox is a medication that is used to treat dynamic wrinkles such as crow's feet, forehead lines, and frown lines. In addition to Botox therapy, rejuvenate and smooth wrinkled skin. The micro laser peel treats skin conditions associated with aging and active lifestyles. If you're looking for safe and affordable anti-aging treatment, call the Ford Center for Anti-Aging at 423-614-0535, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest.
Now's your chance to showcase your small business products or services. The Be Your Own Boss Expo is coming to Bradley Square Mall in Cleveland, Tennessee on Saturday, September the 17th. This expo will provide you with networking opportunities and services to help you grow your small business. Vendors will be able to connect with hundreds of potential clients without the high expense of advertising. If you own a small business in or around Cleveland, Tennessee, you do not want to miss this event. For more information, visit byobexpo.net or call 865-368-1095.
And we are back, and today is Cheers for our chamber. And so,
I do my little cheer
yeah,
every
cheer,
time you
cheer,
say
cheer.
that. Yay.
And so Sherry Crye is the Director of Workforce Development for the chamber, and I've asked her if she'll come in and tell us a little bit about what in Sandhill do you do, Sherry?
Well, under Director of Workforce Development, I'm in charge of all the education programs we do. And
that's a
the
lot,
community
folks.
may not be aware
Right.
of all the education programs that the Chamber does in our local schools. We have job shadowing. It's just for juniors. I'm going to talk about that. We do Tennessee Scholars, which promotes, encourages students to take more rigorous courses, to graduate more prepared from high school. We have a BEST program, which is Business and Education Serving Together, which is
Wonderful
gives
program.
business an opportunity to partner with one of our local schools and help them out. We have ethics in the workplace. We have speakers that go in the schools about that. We have business and industry in the classroom. We have a youth leadership program, which is selected students to learn about the community and learn how to become better, our future leaders for Cleveland and Bradley County. We also have a Teachers Academy, which is a summer program which gives some teachers an opportunity to go out and work in a business or industry, learn about what's required, take that back to the classroom, and prepare those students.
Right.
So it's several programs, keeps me very busy.
It does, and there's even a committee, Education Workforce Development Committee at the Chamber,
which
that
Nancy serves
Chamber
on.
members can volunteer to be part of
Yes.
and work with Sherry on her projects. So the
Yes.
first thing coming up
The
is...
next program that's coming up is a biggie, and it is called Job Shadowing.
Yes, and
That's
it
when
is the
Sherry
biggie.
takes over our whole workroom.
Yes.
And
Right.
puts all these stacks
Right.
of applications.
Papers
Bus
are
routes
everywhere.
and everything, yes.
I can't find my desk, but it is time consuming. It takes a lot of time, but I feel job shadowing is one of the most rewarding programs
Very
that we do at
beneficial
the
program.
Chamber. It's for juniors in our local high schools, and it gives them an opportunity to go out and shadow a person that's in a career that they think they're interested in. And how we do this is we go in, I'll be in all the schools in September, talking to the juniors. They have an application they have to fill out, such as a job
I was
application.
going to say, it's just like a job
I
application.
encourage them that it is similar to a job application, and if you don't fill it out correct, you don't get to go on job shadowing, such as when you fill out a job application, you may not get the job.
Right.
But they fill out the application, they put a couple of careers that they are interested in shadowing, and they have to supply information as to what courses they've taken, to why they're interested in this. They have to write a paragraph as to why they want to job shadow. A paragraph, not one sentence. It just
Right.
says, I just want to get out of school that day.
And those have come across.
Those
before.
have
Yes,
come
they
across,
And
those
they don't
go,
get selected.
Those go in the no pile.
So remember
But-
that, students, that goes in the outbox
Yes,
on things
immediately.
like that. For job interviews, that'll go in the outbox.
And at the same time, I am soliciting business and industries to participate in this program. And then we match up those students with a business or industry. I plan bus routes
She does that.
Because we bus the students. Job shadowing is done different, of course, in every city or county, but in some places the students have to find their own place to shadow. They have to provide their own transportation
Right.
and all that. But we provide the buses. We take the students to the business or industry. They spend 4 hours there shadowing that person, asking questions, learning everything they want to know about that career, and then we pick them back up, bring them back to the school.
And I have a little story about the job shadowing buses. We are volunteers that ride
Right. There's
we
bus
have several
riders.
people
That's
that
a
ride the
job.
bus as kind of chaperones and guides, just to make sure that we're getting them where they need to go. In the mornings, they're all talking, and they have that whole, high school attitude thing going on, and when they get back on the bus from spending the time in these industries, they are they're just different. I mean, when they get back on the bus, they've spent time in a business, in a professional environment, and when they get back on the bus, they are so polite and it's like picking up a different kid. It is amazing to me how
And
different the atmosphere
we
is
matured
on the bus
a little bit.
after 4 hours of maturing at
Yes,
an office
yes,
setting.
very-
It's really, to me, that is one of the most rewarding things about volunteering that day, is just seeing this
See the
different kid get on the
transformation.
bus.
And if any of you all out there are interested in helping Sherry with this by volunteering your business or industry, with doctors' offices, school teachers. We have a
go
lot of people that want
everywhere
to be school
from-
teachers.
Yes.
Industries, designers.
Engineers,
Yes.
What is your most
medical.
popular?
Most popular is the medical profession,
Right.
either nursing and veterinarians and veterinarian technicians. And those are a couple that is hard to place. Usually cannot place everyone that's interested in that, just because we don't have enough.
Enough volunteers and the HIPAA laws, but we can
So,
work around
we can
all
work
that.
around all of that.
That can be done.
But I have great partners that have helped in the past. We usually place around 375 students in
and
these
that's awesome,
business and
folks. This is
industries.
a little mind-changing situation
Yes.
that happens with 300 plus students.
And it
It
doesn't
is.
just happen.
No, it doesn't.
We have to work at this at the chamber, and that's a big part of Sherry's
It
time.
is.
It is.
And like I said, I'll be in the schools in September. We don't do the shadowing event until November.
Right.
And it takes that long to match the students with the business or the career, and then plan the bus routes, get the volunteers to ride the bus, talk back to the students and say, okay, this is where you're going, this is what you need to wear. And it's a successful program. The way I count the success is we have had students that have gotten job interviews, have gotten part-time jobs, they've gotten internships from this. So I encourage the students, you need to make a good first impression.
Absolutely. It's just like a real job situation.
It is.
And it's a great situation for the students to step into. Just like right now, Valker is hiring. And so some of our students that have gone through job shadowing will understand writing
The
a
process,
resume
yes.
and doing the application and the
Yes.
process of the interview and everything.
Yes.
What's expected of them.
And another part that I see as the big success is, yes, they get to shadow a career. Well,
Right.
they thought they were interested in this, but in this 4 hours,
Uh-huh.
they'll either decide, yes, I really do want to do this. I know where I want to go to college now. I know what I've got to do this
Right.
next year in high school to prepare for that. Or they decide, that's not for me. I need to look at another path. And that's very important for
And
these
that's the
students.
time to do it when
to
you're a
have that
junior in high
opportunity
school,
to
right.
make that decision rather than spending 4 years in college and then going, oh, I really don't like that.
I didn't really want to teach school. I just
Right.
thought I did.
Really didn't like to be around kids. so.
Right, you're right. There's small children involved in this, but this job shadowing is a wonderful, wonderful program the chamber does. Sherry's looking for volunteer businesses and industries.
Yes.
Call her 472-6587 if you are willing to be a recipient of one of these wonderful students that's going to
Yes,
come in.
to impact a student's life. That's what you're
Absolutely.
doing.
You will.
And like I said, we are able to place 375 students, but I'm always looking for more businesses so that we can spread them out and that we can cover every career. And you might have a career that I haven't covered.
Right.
And you may say, hey, we do this and we'd love to have a student, so give me a call.
And sometimes what the student puts down, it overlaps maybe with something else. So we
Yes.
can, if we don't have this, I know one thing really had a hard time with forensic science, because when CSI first came on and, everybody wanted to be a forensic scientist. So if anyone out there can take a child to job shadow for forensic science, please let Sherry know.
Yes.
But there's all kinds of opportunities for you. And in this event, you don't have to be a member of the chamber, but if you're not, shame on you, and we'll talk to you about that. But that is one of the things, just one of the many things that Sherry's job handles. And I'll get Sherry back on because she could talk, about every one of her programs that she does. So
Yes.
I've had her on once, and we'll have her on again and talk about some other programs. Right now, we're going to go to commercial. It's been pointed out to me that this has been an all-female show, so we're going to bring the Y chromosome on for the last part of the show. So we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland, is your #1 Dodge Chrysler and Jeep dealer in this area. Stop by and see the brand new 2011 Chrysler 200. The 200 is essentially a new nameplate with a significant facelift to the outgoing 2010 Chrysler Sebring. A beautiful vehicle at an unbeatable price. And while you're there, check out the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee and the newly designed Dodge Durango. Redesigned, revamped, and reinvigorated. Yes, the Dodge Durango is back, bigger and better than ever. Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep offers a complete parts and service department with qualified service technicians to fix and repair your vehicle. So for your next brand new or pre-owned vehicle, make it Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland.
How would you like to look and feel better? If so, then visit the Ford Center for Anti-Aging, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest. Dr. Ford has been serving Cleveland and the surrounding area since 1984. He is a licensed physician with the Board of Anti-Aging Medicine, offering affordable Botox injections. Botox is a medication that is used to treat dynamic wrinkles such as crow's feet, forehead lines, and frown lines. In addition to Botox therapy, rejuvenate and smooth wrinkled skin. The micro laser peel treats skin conditions associated with aging and active lifestyles. If you're looking for safe and affordable anti-aging treatment, call the Ford Center for Anti-Aging at 423-614-0535, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest.
Now's your chance to showcase your small business products or services. The Be Your Own Boss Expo is coming to Bradley Square Mall in Cleveland, Tennessee on Saturday, September the 17th. This expo will provide you with networking opportunities and services to help you grow your small business. Vendors will be able to connect with hundreds of potential clients without the high expense of advertising. If you own a small business in or around Cleveland, Tennessee, you do not want to miss this event. For more information, visit byobexpo.net or call 865-368-1095.
I'm Dr. James Markham, host of the television program Heart of Health, seen right here on WTNB television, Thursday at 7 o'clock, Friday at 8 a.m., or Sunday at 3:30 p.m.
I'm Wes Robbins with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. When it comes to employee benefits, we've got you covered. Call me today for the best service and best solutions to your group health and employee benefits needs. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
Good morning, welcome back, and we have our Y chromosome with us now. So you can't say it was all female show. Byron Winters with Landmark Insurance and Brokerage. First of all, tell us where you're
She
located.
got it right for the first time. We're located on Stewart Road across from the YMCA, and what a lot of you folks, if you're locals and have been locals for a number of years, call the old Coppinger Building.
The old Coppinger Building. A lot of people know that.
Byron said he'd been called a lot of things, but never a Y
Never.
chromosome.
Well, he is.
Y
He's the Y
chromosome.
chromosome today. You're the representative
Now we
male
call
on this
everything.
situation. But today, I mean, we have talked about homeowners insurance, and we've talked about whether or not you had enough coverage. And of course, the tornado that came through made everybody aware of maybe they didn't have enough coverage. So Byron's been very thorough with that. People have gone and left here and called their agent, which didn't happen to be Byron, but that's okay because of his little speech and check to see if their homeowner's insurance covers such situations. So today, if you don't own a home but you rent, there is renter's insurance, and we need to talk about that.
We do. It's a type of homeowner's insurance, and a lot of folks I think that rent look to their landlord and think, well, my landlord has insurance, I don't need insurance. If you don't want insurance, then maybe you don't need insurance.
That's right.
But if you want your stuff protected in the event of a fire, if you want the folks that come into your house or the apartment you're renting, if they fall and hurt themselves and decide to sue you, if you want to be protected there, your landlord's policy does not cover those things. So the landlord's policy covers the dwelling, the four walls, and everything outside the dwelling, maybe is kind of how you might refer to that.
Right, the land it sits on.
So the land it sits on, and the four walls that comprise the building itself, the structure. Everything inside is your responsibility, and a lot of folks, I think, probably don't realize that.
They probably don't. And the thing about it, renter's insurance is not that expensive. When you think about your, 40-inch TV and your stove and your refrigerator and these things you've put in this location, the renter's insurance is just a nominal fee to what you would have to pay to replace. Just roughly give us an estimate of what a renter's insurance would run.
Well, typically, I end up packaging a renter's policy with an auto policy. Someone will call for an auto quote.
Okay.
Right? So they'll call for an auto quote.
So that is available.
9 times out of 10, they don't have renter's insurance if they have an auto. And I say, well, I can do a package deal, 2 for 1, a twofer, what we used to call it. I don't know if you called that when you were growing up.
I've heard that, yes.
And I've done it for $10 a month or even a little less than that. Now, that's not everybody.
Right.
But the average person doesn't have a policy. $10,000 or $12,000 in protection for their goods
Absolutely.
is more than enough, sometimes more than they want.
Well, go try to buy a big screen TV for $10 a month.
Not going to happen.
Not going to happen. And you
happen.
lose that and the other things in there. So we're talking, this covers your furnishings, clothing, and all the little incidentals that people have around the
Even some
house.
jewelry. Now, there's going to be some limits on jewelry.
Right.
Every carrier is going to be different about the amount of money they'll give you for any one piece of jewelry, if it's not scheduled, if it's not itemized. And other than that, yeah, and then liability. We talked about liability insurance. Someone comes in and you invite them in, and maybe they're a friend, maybe they're not a friend, and they trip and break their neck.
Right.
There's going to be a lawsuit most likely.
Or slip up on your throw rug and break an ankle.
And a lot of
Then,
folks that...
yes.
This has actually happened at my house.
Oh, I'm
Wow.
sorry.
I wasn't a renter, but my deck fell off of my house
Oh.
with a guest at my home on the deck, and she sued
Oh,
me.
that's scary.
And
that's
so,
scary.
I mean, you never know what's going to happen. So
People are always your friends
Absolutely.
until money's
For insurance.
involved.
Put that dollar sign in
right.
front of friendship, and somehow or another friendship deteriorates.
Well, and she came. We were having a little gathering. At the time, I had a roommate. It was before I was married to Dewey, and we were having a little gathering, and she had come with a friend of mine. So she was at my home, but she wasn't necessarily, a personal friend. And Betty, she sued me. She sued, and thank goodness for my insurance, they went to court with me. And 9 years later,
Oh
it
my
was
gosh.
finally resolved.
Wow.
But, that's 9 years of my life.
Right.
I had to kind of worry about
Right.
that in the back of my mind. Point is, you never know what's going to happen, and it's best to be prepared.
Well, and as an added bonus, your insurance carrier is going to be the one to find the lawyer for you. They're
Right.
going to find the best they can get, because they don't want to pay any more than you want to pay.
Absolutely.
And so they're going to protect you, but they're going to pay as little as they have to in protecting you. And
Well, and another thing that parents need to be aware of, and I found this out when my child was at MTSU, the first year he was basically in the dorm. And then, phew, here we go out into apartments. And so the very first thing we did was purchase renter's insurance for wherever he went. So some of you parents who have students away in college that aren't in the dorm, then possibly you need to check on renter's insurance for your college-age students. And it's a minimal cost.
now there is something that goes along with that a lot of folks probably don't know about. And a lot of folks that have renter's insurance may not have enough coverage in one area. If you'll recall, weeks ago, maybe a month ago, we talked about replacement costs
Right.
versus actual cash value.
Absolutely.
As a settlement, type of settlement. And replacement cost is go get a new one. Your golf club's got stolen, go get a new one. Actual cash value is your golf club's got stolen. Here's a check, go to the pawn shop and pick a used set up. So a lot of folks want to get their stuff back, but they want new stuff. They don't want to have to go to a secondhand store to
Right.
get the stuff they had. So make sure if you have renter's insurance or if you're getting a quote, if that's the case that you're in, that you ask for replacement costs on your property.
And that's important, folks. Remember, replacement cost. I just got a new air conditioning unit at the Red Ribbon, thanks to Landmark, because someone damaged the outside unit. And of course, that was commercial business owners. But I mean, instead of saying, well, we'll replace it up to a certain amount, they just said, go get a new one. So these are things you need to check on with your insurance to be sure that that TV that you bought for $1,000 can, you know, you're going to be able to replace it. And that's important to people.
It definitely is.
And so renter's insurance, anytime I see on TV that someone's home burned and they were renting it and they're not insured, I'm thinking, it's just too simple, folks. And it's just not that expensive to have renter's insurance.
And I mean, they've lost everything.
They have. They've
And
lost
start
everything.
From scratch.
And of course the the person that owned that house they were renting probably had insurance on that house. So that's not their problem. What's inside? They've lost their clothes, their toys, their appliances, their life, you know. Pictures and photographs, some of those can't be replaced, folks, but.
Now, right along with that, if you do have renter's insurance or a homeowner's policy, or you're going to get a homeowner's policy or renter's insurance, it's a good idea to do a home inventory.
Right.
My tongue got tied there for a second.
That's all
go
right.
Go through with a camera, and minimally go through with a camera, make notes. But you know, these days even cell phones have video cameras. You can go through and shoot a little video. It doesn't have to be high quality. You can go through and shoot video and kind of narrate while you're talking, and do one room a day or one room a week, and in a couple of days or a couple of weeks you'll have your stuff covered. And open drawers and shoot a little video and talk about it. Because
see, that's a great hint for you folks.
when that time comes that you need that, they're going to ask you what you had. And most likely you're going to be a little emotional or a little distraught about what all you lost. You're going to overlook some stuff.
Right, just to try to remember what was in that bedroom. You know, you may not be able to recall it, but go to that little video and there it is. And folks, renter's insurance is just, to me, it's just a must-have. Our child did not move anywhere in his life that he didn't have renter's insurance, but once he left home, because it was just, we felt like it was important. And of course, when people are in college, they have events at their home sometimes that may, lead to little casualties or something, and so you need to be sure that you are covered.
And in these storms that we, just experienced in April, there were 500 homes that were either, I think that I'm saying that right, the 500 homes that were either uninhabitable, damaged in some way to where they were uninhabitable, or completely swept away.
Right.
And you wonder what percentage of those people were renters and what percentage were homeowners. I don't know. I haven't heard that. But
And I don't think I've heard that
whether those items that were swept away to another county or another, part of our state, that they're just gone.
Right.
And if you don't have yourself insured.
So many were underinsured or uninsured. And folks, this is just very simple to do. Call Landmark. Tell us your phone number.
478-3872, or they can find us on the web at www.landmarkib for insurancebrokerage.com.
Yeah. And get with Byron and get with that group over there. Wonderful folks over at Landmark. I will tell you that. I can personally attest to the wonderful folks at Landmark. And get with Byron or get with your insurance agent if you're not with Landmark, and be sure that you have all these coverages that you need.
Just to reiterate one more time, if they do it the right way, if the insurance agent does it the right way, sometimes they can get a renter's policy and an auto policy for less than the cost of a standalone auto policy. So
Very
two
good.
policies for less than one sometimes.
2 for 1. Folks, thank you all so much. This has been a really fast-paced, moving show today, and we hope that you all have. Oh, and by the way, Landmark is a member of the Cleveland Bradley Chamber of Commerce. Yay!
That's right.
So, I'll be back with you next Thursday with some big events that are happening in the community. And until then, thank you, and remember, cheers for our chamber. Thank you all so much.